watermelon week, so we thought, why not? When we talked about the classics, the tripod cocktails, those 3-ingredient drinks, the daiquiri, the gimlet, the margarita, we were talking about how they're kind of begging you to mess with them. So we've got all these lovely syrups, we should mess with them. So we're gonna make a little watermelon basil margarita we thought would be delicious. So this is our new watermelon syrup, and we're gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of this. So the ratio I'm going to use for the watermelon basil is the same ratio I use for a regular margarita, which is 2 parts tequila to 1 part syrup or liqueur to 1 part lime juice. So 1 part in this instance is going to be 3/4 of an ounce. So there's that, and 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. And then we're going to finish with 1.5 ounces of tequila. Now we're using a Reposado tequila. Classically, a margarita calls for a blanco or white tequila, silver, whatever, however you want to say the silver. I like to use, especially in these kind of softer versions of margaritas, a Reposado, because just a hint of vanilla, you know, it's the thing that happens with vanilla. It makes all the other things get along better. It makes it just easier. So a couple of little variations. I'm just gonna take a pinch of salt and put it right in the drink. Anything with fruit, in any drink that you're using with fruit, especially like actual whole real fruit, a little salt helps. And then we said watermelon basil, so I'm just gonna put a little basil in here, right in there. Let me get my coupe glass, a little coupe right here. Salt on a plate. I like to take the juicy part of a lime and run it around the outside of the glass. Here's a mistake a lot of people make when they're making margaritas, is that they'll coat both the inside and outside. I already know all the stuff that I want to be inside the glass, so I don't need to be juicing the inside of the glass. And this way, if I go around just the outside of this glass, then most of my salt is on the outside, okay? It's a margarita, not a pretzel. There we go. Now, just that little bit of just throwing the basil in there and shaking it a little bit, you'd be surprised at how much of that flavor is going to transfer. A tip, when you're making a drink that has a rim, whether it's a sugar rim or a salt rim, make sure that you don't fill it too high, because then the rim, it's harder to drink, and the rim is likely to get all mucky and gross. Go ahead and garnish that with a little lime wheel. Oh yeah, and why not just a little basil around the edge. Wake that basil leaf up. A little watermelon basil margarita. Enjoy!